Legacy Award is a celebration of how we all first fell in love with literature. This room is full of lifelong readers because likely when we were barely big enough to hold our own heads upright, someone sat us on a rug and read us a book bursting with colors and words that completely captured our imaginations. And for a generation of fledgling Oregon readers, that person is Dawn Prochovnic. Dawn is the author of numerous picture books, including the Storytime with Signs and Rhyme series, Lucy's Blooms, my personal favorite, Where Does a Cowgirl Go to Potty?
I love it.
But Dawn didn't only write these books, she brought them to life in countless classrooms, libraries, and bookstores, reading to kids in both English and American Sign Language. Through her organization, Small Talk Learning, she's training more authors and educators to read to kids in ASL, creating more accessible reading spaces, and teaching us at the youngest ages to communicate and share across language and culture. During the worst of the pandemic, she refused to let kids get lost in the darkness and organized virtual story times that I am certain nurtured in those children the same love of reading that we each cherish today. Beyond her own accomplishments, her peers share so many stories of gratitude. How Dawn welcomed them into the Kid Lit community and championed their books. How Dawn was integral to their own authors' journeys. Dawn, I don't know where you are, but Dawn, thank you for showing all of us, old and young alike, that every book, a world of wonders and fun await us. Please help me in welcoming to the stage Dawn Babb Prochovnic.
Oh yeah, yeah! Oh yeah!
Thank you. I was told to prepare remarks, so I did. I'm a follower also. Thank you, Literary Arts, and to the very kind people who nominated me for this award. I am honored, humbled, baffled. I want to thank my family for all the love and laughter, and my parents for filling my childhood home with books. I would also like to give a shout out to my 5th grade teacher, Mr. Snook. He held an annual reading contest. The student who read the most books each year won the coveted Pleasure Reading Award, a trophy my family is well aware I proudly took home in 1978. That cheesy award trophy, now glued together in places, continues to motivate young readers when I share it at author visits. I also like to share tattered copies of some of the books I breezed through to boost my book count. Books like The Diggingest Dog, A Fly Went By. Back then, I thought I was gaming the system by including quick, easy reads, but as Mr. Snook likely knew, all of the reading counted. The lyrical sounds, the rhythm, the rhyme in these stories contributed to my love of language, and similar patterns found their way into my own writing that eventually became books for a new generation of young readers. Lovely things were just said about me. What wasn't said is I currently have a myriad of manuscripts sitting in slush piles. I have yet to find an agent. The publisher I worked with on my last 4 books just got sold to another company. And my book with my other publisher just got pushed out to 2025. So not quite the resume one imagines when bringing home big awards. Over the past several weeks, I've been contacted by people who wanted to share their memories of Walt Morey with me. And although his books certainly made an impression on people, what people most wanted to speak about was their experience with him in school author visits. One person said it best, saying, Walt Morey engaged with us as if we mattered. And that's when it hit me that our body of work, our literary legacy, extends well beyond the books that we write and that we manage to get published. Each of us in this room has the power to influence the literary landscape in our communities, in our schools and libraries, in our families. Someone in this room read a book to a child today that was written by a local author. Someone else bought a book at an indie bookstore. I'll bet someone volunteered at their local library, someone gifted a book to a classroom teacher, and someone wrote a letter that was very kind, that will be read by someone again and again. Mr. Snook held a reading contest in 1978 that played a part in this year's Walt Morey Award. What if tonight's gathering inspired each of us in this room to take one seemingly small additional action to support a young reader, or to support an author that writes books for young readers, or a professional that puts books into the hands of young readers? Imagine the literary legacy each of us together, and in sign language, together, pardon me, will leave. Thank you so much, and thank you in sign language. I appreciate it.
Not a good start of that.
That was awesome. Congratulations, Dawn. Mr. Snook with the trophy. When I was growing up, we were just reading to get free pizza. Not a great system, but I got a lot of Pizza Hut personal pan pizzas at Daniel Bagley Elementary School. Whatever works. That's a way better story, Dawn. I would stick with that. All right, next up, it's creative nonfiction.